smell of death, there shall be no death. Moan, moan. Moan, Cybele, moan. For the pernicious babes have changed a god into a shaking palsy. Moan, brethren, moan, for I have no strength left. Weak as the reed, weak, feeble as my voice. Oh, the pain of feebleness. Moan, moan, for I still thaw.
What makes a champion? What makes a strong man? I'll tell you what it takes. It takes a man to face defeat, to climb down off of his horse, to go find a huge goblet full of mead, thrash it down his throat, fill his body with poison just to regurgitate it and do it all over again. That's willpower, that's strength, that's prestige. That's what it takes. Do any of you have what it takes? Do any of you have what it takes? Or do you just fill your body with poison and let it sit, let it dwell? No. Purge yourself. Regurgitate that poison. Climb back up on that horse. Run off into the sunset. Decapitate a few orcs while you're at it. Make that change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to make that change. And if you want to make a change, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself. Make that change. It's Dirty Tea and the Boys time.
Yeah, that's right, boys. That was a little bit of Mad Relativity, a long-lost project from me and Mr. James Holloway, Bethard Baptist Church, rocking it out there for y'all. Welcome to another week, another recap for Dirty Tea and the Boys Fantasy Football League. I know everybody's asking right now, where's Tyler at? Tyler was actually in the mountains on a little vacation up in, I want to say it was South or North Carolina. I'm a bad friend for not knowing that, but he's on a little trip, little vacation, and he asked me to fill in this week, and I figured, you know what? I got a lot to say. I could definitely do that. So I'm going to be taking y'all through our little fantasy football recap from last week and taking you through our predictions for next week, all right? Not that the predictions matter. We all see that most of the time. So real quick, just so we're talking about it, big thanks to our sponsor over here, Grind Time Golf. Let's go. Clap it up for Grind Time Golf. Clap it up for Grind Time Golf, absolutely. If you're looking for high-quality golf threads, whether you're teeing off on the first hole or kicking back for a brewski on the 19th, you can look good the entire time you're doing it. Matching sets, these Jaguars Casino shirts, been a big hit. This duffel bag, probably the best duffel bag I've ever owned, all right? So just big thanks again, as always, to Grind Time Golf for being just such an absolutely incredible sponsor. And with that being said, boys, I know you've been waiting. I know everybody's chomping at the bit, all right? Last week, crazy week for some, all right? And really the I would say the theme of the week was Monday Night Showdown, and it really came down to some Monday Night Showdowns for some of these teams. Some others, not so much of a showdown, but it happened. There was players playing Monday night. It could have went another way, but let's just get right into it. All right, let's get right into it. Box scores here, and we're starting off with a rough one. All right, we're starting off with a rough one here. Brady getting the W on old me right here. 115.5 to 112.9. Okay. Let's take a look at a little bit of what went horribly wrong here, because if we do check, I was projected 123 to Brady's 120 going into this week. And projected the W, and my team fell apart. Okay, so that absolutely happened. Josh Jacobs, always good for a fucking letdown. 6.1 points. Yep, he sucks pretty much most of the time, and then randomly has really good weeks. Devin Singletary, picked him up on waivers last week, absolutely crushing it with Damon Pierce out, doing much better than Damon Pierce has done pretty much all season. Cooper Kupp and Devon A-Chain, however you say his name. Let's talk about these two clowns real quick. Both of them got 2 touches, 2.1 points from Cooper Kupp for 1 reception, 1.5 points from Devon A-Chain for like a 1-yard run and a 1.5-yard reception. After both of those small plays, they both went out with injuries. Yeah. You see, it was pretty terrible. That really kind of messed me up, left me in a vulnerable spot. Brady over here, Josh Allen doing okay. Saquon, all right, saving you, all right. Javonte Williams, Garrett Wilson, Garrett Wilson. Buddy, you might want to think about that. Devontae Smith, we'll get back to him in just a moment. TJ Hawkinson, not a great night for him. Usually super solid. Amari Cooper, Browns defense. Jason Myers going off that for a kicker, 14 points, great. But let's go back to Devontae Smith. So this game came down to Monday Night Football, right? And I have Jalen Hurts, the wonderful quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, and Brady has Devontae Smith, right? And going into Monday night, projected to win, projected to win because Jalen Hurts was projected 21.5 points, and Devontae Smith was projected 13.4. That didn't happen. 99 of the 150 yards that Jalen Hurts threw for, he threw to Devontae Smith. Basically the only wide receiver he found the entire night. Their backup tight end got hurt really quickly into the game after like 1 catch. He had limited options. They had coverage all over A.J. Brown, who basically did nothing. It was an absolute crap show night. Eagles still came back for the W, and it came down to the final minutes with Jalen Hurts going into the half with like not even a full point, and still coming out at the end with 18.9, 2 rushing touchdowns in the second half. It was absolutely crazy. I know I've been going on about this one for a minute, but, Brady, congratulations on the W. We appreciate that. But real quick, before we move on too much further, I have something that just needs to be said, right? Brady, this one's for you, bub. I can't count the times almost said what's on my mind, but I didn't. Just the other day, I wrote down all the things I'd say, but I didn't. I just didn't. Brady, I know that you've been wondering, so here goes nothing. In case you didn't know, Brady, your team's hot garbage. And I would be lying if I said that there was a redeeming quality, even though I don't tell you all the time. Your team fell apart, sir, a long, long time ago. It's okay, you didn't know. Hawkinson choked Sunday night. 4 touches with no end zone inside, that did it. There was something about that dish. Josh Allen to Whitehead got me thinking. Now I'm thinking. Some of the things that I've been feeling. Oh, it's time you hear 'em, in case you didn't know. Brady, your team has lost it. Calvin Ridley would have been a much more viable option, even though you drove your team into the ground. Your team fell apart a long, long time ago. It's okay, you didn't know. A-Chain's knee cut me deep. My boy cupped it too. And it left me open for defeat. But in case you didn't know, Saquon barely saved ya. And I would be lying if I said that Wilson just had a bad night, even though I didn't tell you ahead of time. Your team fell apart a long, long time ago. Yeah, your team fell apart a long, long time ago. It's okay, you didn't know. It's okay, he didn't know. He had no idea. He was so confused. He had no idea. It was crazy. He didn't know, but he found out. You can't blame a guy for that. Now you do, Brady. And there you go, Brady. Do better, bub. Your team almost got beat by my team, and I don't know if y'all have paid attention down here at the bottom to the ranking situation, but I am just in front of Cortana, right? I'm at the bottom, right? Right over top of the computer. Tighten up, bub. You almost got that L, but it's okay. You didn't know. So we're going to move it right along on to the next game. I got to keep this moving. All right, this one, another Monday night showdown that Adam, I'm going to be honest with you, kind of got robbed on. So Allen, of course, continues his winning streak. He was slated yesterday. He had clinched playoffs. He had a little X by his name. If you look today, that is no longer there. He's now at 99% to the playoffs. So just a little dig at you real quick, Alan. You're not there yet, bub. But Adam's team did pretty good. It's not that nobody did bad here. The team's actually it's right there. I mean, less than a point. That's insane. All right. And really what did it for him here was Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, Monday Night Football, projected 17.7 points, and he would have had 17.4. Unfortunately, he had a fumble, and he lost 2 points, which gave Allen the win. So very, very frustrating. McCaffrey obviously doing his thing, 21.3 points. ETN, we'll talk about this real quick. I was actually at the Jaguars game, and ETN crapped the bed. Absolutely crapped the bed. It was a wonderful day watching Calvin Ridley on Brady's bench. We didn't even talk about that. Calvin Ridley absolutely going off. and ETN not getting any points, and the Jaguars still won. Fantastic day. Incredible. Stephon Diggs, 6.7 points. Sam Laporta, 6.8. The Vikings defense, 4 points. This was a week where if somebody was going to beat Allen, it could have happened. He didn't put up his 135 freaking points. He put up 120, but in the end, he was able to squeeze the W out over Adam, and it is unfortunate as Adam takes the L there, all right? Moving on over to this one, which I don't think anybody was expecting. James's team's been pretty dominant and pretty good, especially like some of the last couple weeks. But, what can you do? So this was pretty bad. Yeah. I really don't know how Chaz won this. Oh, gosh. A.J. Brown. That's it. Look at that. A.J. Brown, 1.8 points, projected 19. I told y'all A.J. Brown couldn't get anything from Jalen Hurts the other night. It was all Devontae Smith, and it really kind of screwed the situation up. Keaton Mitchell, promising guy, but just he didn't get the points. Najee Harris didn't do super well. Lamar Jackson obviously doing great. Mike Evans did what you needed him to do. Everybody else just kind of fell short this week. And Chaz over here with some guys that all did decent. Jamar Chase doing, oh my God, what, 9.2? Is that what Jamar Chase did, 9.2 points? Yeah, I'm really not understanding this. DK Metcalf doing 20 points. That saved Chaz for sure, because had he not done that, then the whole game's it's a point away, right? Like if he had just absolutely crapped the bed. But another win for Chaz. Here we go right here. So we've got Cortana, who played a running back that wasn't playing. All right, well, that made it a lot easier. I don't know if she had a running back that she could have played. Yeah, she definitely did. Chuba Hubbard. Not that that would have helped a whole bunch, but all right. So Owen's taking the win on this one. Obviously, everybody knew that was probably coming. C.J. Stroud definitely not having the greatest week. Jerome Ford, kind of doing not great. Cortland Sutton. Really, Jaylen Warren was about the best thing her team obviously had the entire week. And losing points on the running back really killed her there. Patrick Mahomes kind of getting shut down a little bit by Philly. I'm going to be honest. Like, that was a hard game for him. That is definitely less points than he usually does. But Breece Hall, Gus Edwards, Devontae Adams, DJ Moore down here. And the Bills' defense doing 21 points. Good Lord. All right, well, that was great. That was a good game for Owens, and kind of, I think, what everybody expected. This was another one that, there was some stuff going on Monday night, but not like it was really changing much. Tyler had this W kind of sealed up, Sunday night. But DeAndre Swift for Corey, doing 15.1 points. That was okay. Joe Burrow, I don't think was even supposed to play. I think they put him in. There's a whole controversy going on right now because Dave Portnoy is wants to sue the NFL over like the injury report and Joe Burrow, them saying Joe Burrow was going to play and then him having such an obviously bad night and then coming out of the game. It's just kind of a whole freaking thing. Yeah, but he bet like $60K on the Bengals to win the Super Bowl, so I'm sure he's aggravated at the moment. Yeah, so Nico Collins, Puka Nacua, CeeDee Lamb, DeAndre Swift. I mean, actually all doing great for Corey. It's just the fact that Tyler's team really went off this week, a few of them. Justin Herbert, 25 points from a quarterback. You can't ask for really more than that ever. Jahmyr Gibbs, 21.5, insane. Tyreek Hill having another Tyreek Hill week. Amon-Ra St. Brown doing the same thing. It was absolute craziness from Tyler's team. And the Miami Dolphins defense doing 13 points. That didn't hurt at all. Shut down Josh Jacobs. We all know that. So yeah, that was how that went. And there wasn't really much. Corey could have put in Trevor Lawrence. That would have helped. Trevor Lawrence going absolutely off on Corey's bench, but that kind of is what it is. So that goes ahead and wraps up all the scores from last week. Let's get ready to take a little look here at the next week. Let me get this pulled up here, y'all. I obviously don't do this every week, so bear with me here. Yeah. So, what the heck is going on here? All right, guys, you're gonna have to hold up for a minute. Where are all the projections? Okay, I'll cut all that out. That was a little ridiculous. Sorry, guys, my bad. Clicking on probably the wrong button, but I don't do this very often. All right, we're gonna start it out. Me and old Tyler. All right, I'm filling in for him this week on the Fantasy Cast, and we're going up against each other this week. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, my projected 125.2 to Tyler's 133.5. Not looking good for me currently, but at the same time, you never know. I got a strong team of guys that like to let you down. So let's check what we got going on. I got Jalen Hurts. That's the only real advantage I have here over him, over Justin Herbert, is Jalen Hurts' projection. He's got the running backs and the wide receivers that are definitely advantage over me. I got Kittle and Jacobs, may work in my favor. He's got Dolphins against the Jets. We'll see how that goes. Chiefs in Las Vegas. That should be fine for me. And I got Mr. Brandon Aubrey, who's only projected 0.1 over Jake Elliott. So this one's going to be a showdown, folks. I can assure you of that. And I will be searching for another W to try and get my team back on the comeback trail. All right. I still got a 4% chance for the playoffs. So I'm keeping the dream alive right now. Right. So how do I go? Okay. There we go. Let's head on over to this one right here. Bethard Baptist Church. And T. Swift wasn't here. Previous matchup, James won this one. Very high scoring week. Very, very high scoring week. We'll see what happens this time. Obviously, the projections are a little flipped the other way. Now, what has James got going on? Well, it's just going to show me what he's got in right now. I'm sure there's a couple things he might move around a little bit. You never really know. But trying to find a better running back situation for Keaton Mitchell this week might be your best bet. And then maybe the Ravens defense, that's probably a safe play even against the LA Chargers. I mean, come on. The Ravens are killing it right now. Over here, though, Adam really kind of just, as you can see, tearing up the advantage wall here. His team is set to kind of just take this week by storm. Obviously, James sitting pretty high up right now, number 4 in the league. So it'd be interesting to see if Adam can regain some ground on him. 6-5, 5-6. Flip, get a tie situation going on here if Adam wins this week for these two guys. So let's see what happens. Right on into Allen and Brady. Brady, I know I've been giving you a hard time this video, man. This is where I need to give you a pep talk. Figure out what you need to do, man, to get this W. All right? If I don't win this week, I'll probably be auctioning off a few of my really good players. I'll start the bidding at about, what did it cost to get in the league? $25. I'll start the bidding at $25. You can get a high-quality player of your choice from my team. I'll even bundle 2 for $40. All right? So if this week doesn't go good, let me know. All right? But, you got Josh Allen. That really kind of is carrying your team. I mean, obviously, Josh Allen, pretty freaking good. But obviously has those weeks that He doesn't have standout week all the time. Saquon Barkley probably not doing 30 points again. I can just go ahead and tell you that. I don't think he's doing that again this weekend. New England? Maybe. Javonte Williams, whatever. Garrett Wilson, questionable or not, try to figure out something else. He deserves to sit on the bench for doing less than 1 point last week. The rest of your guys, I think you just kind of got to do what you got to do. But Allen over here just set up with a team that just has these insane projections every single week. Averaging, it's the team right now averaging 148.34. It's their average points per week. Brady's 126.05. It's ridiculous. So Brock Purdy, he's come on that comeback streak right now. McCaffrey, he's going to run in a touchdown. ETN, questionable what he's going to do week to week, but, not bad. Stephon Diggs, been up and down, but still great. I mean, you see their rankings. I mean, they're all pretty good. Keenan Allen, been on the rise here recently. Laporta, Rashad White. It's going to be a hard one for you, Brady. But put in whatever effort you can to this one because you really need this W. So put it in, man. You're going to need that this week. Let's get right on over here. I haven't been doing any sort of projections or anything else as far as like who's going to win. I don't like to do that because every time I do that, the other person wins. It's pretty much if I say you're going to win, you're going to lose. So I'm just not going to put that bad juju on anybody, maybe except Chaz right here. Cortana, Chaz is going to win. Chaz is going to win against Cortana. 98.3 to 97.6. All right, what do we got going on here? Oh, Aaron Jones, doubtful. All right, well, he's got somebody he can move in from the bench, and that'll take his projection up some. Cortana. Not looking great, but, and Chaz obviously looking better. But this one's going to be close unless Chaz can get himself set up. Now, last matchup, Chaz absolutely crushed Cortana. So maybe I'm, could be wrong. Could be wrong about Chaz winning. You never know. Yeah, so he should take this one pretty easy for the most part. DK Metcalf, questionable too. That's probably fine. All right, and moving on into Hook 'em and cook 'em, Mr. Joshua Owens versus Mr. Corey Waddington. All right. We got a showdown here. As y'all see, Owens is still number 3 in the league right now. All right? Owens is number 3 in the league. Corey sitting much closer down to that backside, number 7. Right? It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I mean, obviously, the rating right now has got Josh under. Let's see what's going on there. Josh has got people in. He may just not moved everybody around. He may have better options this week, or I'm not really sure. Corey's obviously CeeDee Lamb, been insane this year. Trevor Lawrence, if he can have another week like last week, then holy cow. Derrick Henry, as long as he cannot have another week like last week where he got shut absolutely down by the Jaguars. That might be good for you. DeAndre Swift against Buffalo. Yeah, Corey's got a good setup. Puka Nacua questionable, huh? That could get interesting right there. That could definitely be something that could be interesting. And it's worth taking a look at is if Puka Nacua is going to be out. But real quick, let's get over here real fast, and we're going to look before we get out of here. I don't want to keep this thing going too long. I tried to be kind of quick here tonight. Let's get back over to my screen. We've got the league standings right here. Here they are. Notice that Allen's little X, that's gone. Now he's back to 99%. I'm not going to say that the guy's not going to the playoffs. I just wanted to point out that his 100% guarantee at the moment, fantasy football has officially decided that that's not a thing. You do, in fact, have a 1% chance to fail. So not a very good one, but we can all hope, right? Got Tyler rounding it up in number 2. And obviously, Allen and Tower kind of have the pull-ahead lead right now. They're going to have to lose some games, and everybody's going to have to win some games to kind of catch up. But you got Owens, James, and Brady all tied, right? Brady getting that W against me this week really saved his ass. And if he takes my advice, tightens it up, now you know. You might be able to figure something out here, Brady. Salvage this season for you. T Swift wasn't there, Adam. You're going to need to hope that Taylor Swift gets off tour soon. That's definitely going to happen. He's not dropping the ball on Taylor Swift, right? He's not holding on to the football all the time. There's some controversy there. Corey running it up in 7th place here. 52% chance to make it to the playoffs. I mean, like I said, he's tied with Adam. Adam's just got him on points. I mean, if Adam takes a loss, Corey takes a W. Corey's right there in that positional situation to flip into the playoffs, as well as is Chaz. So, and then you got me there. I'm bringing up that rear with Cortana. Cortana officially been eliminated from playoff contention. I am 4%, baby. 4%. I got a better chance to make it than Allen does to not. So that's something, right? 4% chance that I'll be in the playoffs. I'll basically be running the losers bracket and try and not lose to Cortana again or something like that. So, yeah, it's been pretty interesting, guys. It's been a fun week. Really enjoyed filling in here for Mr. Tyler Hall. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Throwback to Mr. John Elway. Hope y'all appreciated that. Y'all have a wonderful week. Stay safe. Highest points last week. I can pull that up. Jesus. Tyler's going to hate me here. 1 minute. Scoreboard. Week 11. Highest points going to Mr. Joshua Owens. Hook 'em and cook 'em. Let's here, give a round of applause. I don't know if you'll get anything from Tyler. I do have this purple blue colored Sharpie. You're more than welcome to it. That's the only thing right here, unless you want my half-drank Bojangles Mountain Dew. Yeah. And just remember that I'm here. And if you're playing me this week, Tyler, don't expect me to lay down because I'm coming at you, motherfucker. That's happening. I did win this Captain America thing hanging here on this mic cable for getting the most points 1 week. Highest points. So everybody watch your asses. Have a wonderful week. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks for hanging out with the Dirty T and the Boys fantasy recap. Predictions for next week. Some mad relativity taking y'all out. And y'all have a wonderful